Good morning, men and brethren. Today we are going to be working on my earthquake tiller, or as my Yankee friend would have said, a roto spading machine. So this is an earthquake. I got this on trade maybe 10 years ago. Traded out a service call for this thing. It's been a good little tiller. And what I use this for, this has got counter rotating tines. So, and I have built these custom tines. Well, I say built and custom, tongue-in-cheek. What this is for is tilling very deep. This will actually reach down and till and pull rocks up from about a foot, maybe 14 inches deep, which is really deep to till something in our soil. So you'll notice those tines are more like picks rather than bolo tines. I won't even go into that. This is a true get you killed kind of machine. So I was over at some cousin's house the other day tilling their garden spot for them, and the drive gears stripped out in it. Now you would think, looking at this, I would strip out the tine gears, but no, I stripped the drive gears. So me and the old helper boy jumped in the green meanie, which is doing very good, by the way, and we took a trip to beautiful downtown Moody to Cotters Shop. Now, Mr. Cotter has about 20 acres of dead lawnmowers and tillers, and there's things in there I don't even know what's in there. But if you need a lawnmower part for something that ain't been made since the Reagan administration, that's where you go. So anyway, he actually had one of these things piled up in a hole covered in weeds, and so for a sum of green cashy money, we ended up with a different, I won't say new, but we ended up with a different drive assembly. And that leads me to this. These cheap tine racks are stuck on here like a tick on a dog's butt. I mean, these things are not coming off, and neither are the wheels. This is just a 1-inch shaft. It's not a great design, but it's how a lot of these less expensive tillers are made. Is you've just got a tine rack with a piece of pipe with a bolt hole through it, and that's what your tines are on. And of course these rust, and that rusts it down to the shaft. Same way with the wheels, rusts it down to the shaft, and you can't get these off. So first thing I tried was a little 2-jaw puller. Just so happened to had one that the jaws would fit in that bolt hole, and I couldn't budge her. And I tried the bigger end of the 2-jaw puller on this, and it just kept popping off because there's a weld back here, and you can't get a good grip. So made this. We'll take it apart here and look at it. So this is just some square tubing, and this square tubing is of the 2-inch variety, quarter wall, so that gives us about 1.5 inches on the inside. Just so happens on those wheels, that hub is about 1.5 inches on the outside. So fits pretty good. You got to reach up in there with the chisel and chisel out or grind out or whatever the seam, but you know, that's easy enough to do. To pull the wheels, I turned out, well, let me back up here. This hole here is set 3/8 of an inch in from the end, and I turned up these bolts, and this is, let's just measure it here because I can't remember. Whoop, that's, what in the thunder? Oh, there we go. A little bit bigger than 1/4 of an inch. Little nipple on the end of there, and it's about 1/4 of an inch long. And what that does is you get that up on that wheel hub and you screw them down in there, and that catches in the hole in the wheel hub, and then your pusher bar, your bolt, screw, whatever you want to call it, just, you know, works like a regular old puller. This is just 1/2 inch all thread. I did use grade 8 bolts in these because that's 3 more than grade 5. They taste better. And to pull the tines, I made up these ears that bolt on here, and for some reason I didn't measure these right, and I had to waller out my holes because I don't know why. So all these ears are is a piece of this same stock, like that, and I sawed with my bandsaw down through here, and then sawed it in two, the whole mess in two, and then sawed through here, so that we end up with one of these. And as you no doubt saw earlier, like that. Again, these bolt onto here with grade 8 bolts because grade 8 is 3 more than grade 5. So let's put her on a wheel and demonstrate. So I made this little pusher block too, and that's just so that the end of your pusher bolt doesn't ride directly on the shaft. And I did have this captured on the end of the shaft, or the end of the bolt, but then it fell off, broke off, so crap. So let's put a little dab of grease on there. Oh, looky there, just like it was made to. Now I'm going to use my little 3/8 air impact. This is going to do absolutely nothing. Yeah. Oh, there we go, easy peasy Japanesey. So I've got my pusher block in there already. taking her off. Bang. Okay, so there you go. Now you know how to do it. I'm going to put that back in my box full of puller stuff and put it on the shelf and never ever use it again. So, y'all drive safe, watch for deer. Thanks for watching.